Lesson number 5 will be the quotient rule. So what's the quotient rule? So it gives us this formula that you have the quotient of the two functions u and v is equal to the u prime v minus u v prime all over the v squared. Again, do not interchange the formula. It should be the u prime v minus u v prime. You can't do like v prime then u. Okay? Never interchange the formula. Let's try to have one example. Suppose that my y is equal to 3x plus 1 over 1 minus 4x. Again, so our u is the top one. This is our u, and that is our v. So we need to apply the formula. Y prime is equal to, it says u prime. So the derivative of 3x plus 1 is equal to 3 times v, 1 minus 4x. Then it says minus, then your u, which is 3x plus 1 times the derivative of your v prime. What's the derivative of v? Is 1 minus 4x is negative 4 all over the v squared. So 1 minus 4x raised to 2. Alright, so we can now simplify the top portion. Y prime now is 3 times, that is 3 minus 12x, that is now plus 12x, right? Because this is negative 3x times negative 4 is plus 12x, negative 1 times negative 4 is plus 4. All over 1 minus 4x raised to 2. And then negative 12x plus 12x is 0, so therefore that's 7 over 1 minus 4x raised to the second power. You don't need to expand this one. That's the final answer. So that's it. That's the quotient rule. So let's try to have a second example. Example number 2, suppose that I have my y is equal to, let's say I have here a square root of 1 minus 2x, and let's say I have here x squared plus 1 raised to 3. So you have your quotient question, therefore we need to use the quotient formula. So y prime is equal to, again don't forget u prime v minus u v prime over v squared. If I were you, every time you use the quotient rule, the product rule, you always write it down so you would be able to remember it right away. So you have then just follow it. So u prime, the derivative of that. But before we take the u prime, please take note that this one is equal to 1 minus 2x raised to 1/2. Okay, now let's try to take the u prime. So 1/2 you put in front, 1/2 1 minus 2x, and then raised to 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1 over 2. Again, that's negative 1 over 2. And the most important, don't forget that you need to get the derivative of inside, which is minus 2x. And then it says minus, oh sorry, this is only your u prime, then you need to write this v, x squared plus 1 raised to 3 minus your u, which is 1 minus 2x raised to half, and then your derivative of your v. So the derivative of this is 3 times, let me just put it there, 3 times x squared plus 1 raised to 3 minus 1, which is 2. And again, don't forget to find the derivative of inside because that is chain rule. Okay? And then divided by x squared plus 1, 3 times 2 there, okay, will be raised to 6. And then we can just simply simplify this. So y prime, or just rewrite, y prime is 1/2 times negative 2x there is negative x. So therefore you have your negative x times 1 minus 2x raised to negative half times x squared plus 1 raised to 3. I'm just copying that. And then 3 times 2x is 6x, so minus 6x times 1 minus 2x raised to half times x squared plus 1 raised to 2 divided by x squared plus 1 raised to the 6. Okay, so you can end up with that, or you can actually factor out x squared plus 1. Okay, you can actually factor out x squared plus 1 here, because there are 3x squared plus 1 here, there are 2x squared plus 1 here, so you can actually cancel out this one here. So you can cancel that one. You can cancel this as 4. You can cancel 2 of this, so that's only 1. So the final answer now is this. Okay, so y prime, we're not going to simplify this anymore. This 1 minus 2x raised to the half and this, because we cannot cancel anything even we simplify that. So we have there minus x, 1 minus 2x raised to negative half times x squared plus 1 minus 6x times 1 minus 2x raised to half, and that is divided by x squared plus 1 raised to the fourth power. So that is now our final answer.